This is a song I wrote in honor of Columbus Day. In honor of Columbus Day. Well, here's a bit of history you probably ought to hear about a guy commemorated in October every year. A cracker named Columbus, born in 1451, who boarded ship and set out towards the westward setting sun. Now, unfortunately, this here is a story of tragedy. Now, we might need modern historical context to the tragedy that transpired. And I'm talking about modern context. Some stupefied, bona fide, 21st century, oversimplified, biased, summarized, unanalyzed, mobile device, bent neck, zombified, social medialized, soundbite supersized, extra bitter and opinionated, written on the shitter, 180 characters edited for Twitter. Back to 1453, context time, here goes. It was a time of exploration and a race to reach the top. Portugal was leading, but the Dutch were catching up. Byzantium was shattered by a giant cannonball, and the Ottomans came marching through a 1,000-year-old wall. The Muslim army stifled all the European trade and made them kiss their asses while they faced the East and prayed. On the verge of dying egos and the death of toxic schemes, the greed of greedy white men reached unspeakable extremes. After the rule of the Ottomans from southern Spain to Mongolia and the disappearance of the Byzantine Empire, it was damn near over for the white man. No more Silk Road, no more spice, no more rice, no more anything nice. There was no 10th Crusade, no more hope. No more inspirational riled-up speeches in the French countryside from a pope. Nothing but pre-Renaissance distress, nowhere to go but west. The Genovese, they competed with Venetians all the time for glory, territory, and the right to earn a dime. Columbus met the Queen and concocted an idea to share his round-world theory with a Spanish financier. His theory met with pleasure placed within a royal breast, and for this pearl necklace he received a treasure chest. In search of golden nutmeg to the Indies he set off, but arrived in the Bahamas with a syphilitic cough. It sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, this information is motherfucking 21st century context certified. And by that I mean Russian-hacked, Republican-backed, interviewed by a credible witness, said it was damn near raped by the newly elected, fully erect Supreme Court justice, but it wasn't taped. So it's probably a lie, says a secret report of truth by the FBI in a damn phone booth for which you will have 1 hour to sleuth. I'm telling you that a secret private room visited by every irate goon of the Senate must have received more loads of jism than a bukkake actress's face after 4 films. God damn it. I am on a tangent. Hey Irene, bring me a large glass of gin and grenadine and a small baseball mitt full of dexedrine, cause I'm off topic again. Bottoms up, back to 1492, here goes. Columbus forged a path for the hordes from overseas in search of fortune that they thought they'd plunder it with ease. The native tribes were stunned to witness actions of this kind, and seeing all the tortured soul of heathens arrived. They took some more, joined by scores of locust armies marching on the shore. They brought disease and famine and enslaved those that remained, and had the gall to claim it all for Portugal and Spain. After that, the jig was up, man. The masses were unleashed and the tides turned, and our global heritage of an entire continent was plunged into the depth of darkness, and they had the idea to call it progress. Good God. Well, let's put into context now the part Columbus played. He made another 3 trips, but the 5th was then delayed. He died one day in bed from a funny STD that he probably caught from poking sailor asses out at sea. You know the rest, well at least I hope you know the rest. It was a 526-year-long non-stop high-speed indignity, pockmarked with smallpox, smallcocks, land-grabbing, backstabbing, genocide, syphilis, mass-certified homicide, burnings, hangings, gang-bangings, uprising, bad tidings, starvations, and relocations, until a whole entire civilization of pre-established native peoples was flattened by the shock of the most unsatisfied, fiendish sense of greed and destruction that could ever be imagined. Mowed them all down. So if you want to celebrate Columbus Day, just remember that right out this window, the Delaware River was inhabited and named by the Lenni Lenape Nation tribes, who never dared to want more than a man could use in a day or two. And here we are. How about you? How was work today? Or did you have a holiday?